We are live. That's a quote from John Morrison.
Yeah, those are the dulcet tones of Johnny Morrison.
Johnny Mo. Oh man, the Sultan of Swag. Lee. Welcome to another episode of Tough Talks with Thili and Dablock. This is episode 42, 10 weeks short of the year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nope.
It is what it is. We're here again to bring you the latest news and views on some of these WWE and UFC guys and gals and dudes.
That was a weird intro. Latest news on these WWE and UFC guys and dudes, girls and dudes.
Yeah, yo. I was on a roll and then I realized I was rolling down the wrong hill. Oh, Lee. So how's your week been?
You know, living that quarantine life, baby.
Oh, yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I hear you on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I think pretty much everyone on the planet can on most of the planet can just say they've been doing the same thing as everyone else. Nothing.
Yeah, a whole lot of it. Well, actually, I can't even say I've been doing nothing. I can say I've been going nowhere, but I can't say I've been doing nothing.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all I did all week was I've been playing Doom, and I watched the that Tiger King documentary series.
Okay.
Definitely worth a watch. Anybody who's looking for something to kind of kill some time during this, I'm telling you right now, Tiger King is a must watch.
Tiger King. Recommended by Thili.
And the rest of the world. Everybody's talking about this fucking documentary right now. Joe Exotic is on the tip of everyone's tongue right now, which I'm sure he's very happy about.
No doubt. So yeah, we just gonna jump into this.
Pardon me?
We're gonna jump into this.
Yeah, sure. I was just gonna say, what have you been up to? Anything?
Oh man, I've just been recording some samples, some loops and stuff like that to get the stock up. Occasionally, infrequently, getting together with less than 5 people to plan business moves. But just trying to follow the rules and stay safe and stay home. Really.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, that's like I said, pretty much what I think everybody can relate to right now is we're all doing that. So yeah, let's try it. We got a Raw, we got a NXT, we got a SmackDown to go through, and then there is a little bit of UFC news, which is unfortunate. Actually, you know what? Let's just get that out of the way right now.
Okay.
Tony versus Khabib for the 5th time is not happening.
Oh my gosh, no. Were we talking about it? Were we talking about it?
So, Khabib had gone to stay in Russia for a bit, where he lives, Dagestan. And during that time, they shut down all travel in and out of Russia. And now Khabib is stuck there. So yeah, that is no longer happening.
Oh my gosh.
Dana is still trying to make a card for the 18th. There's a couple options that Tony has for facing someone else. Technically, he could wait. He also could fight Justin Gaethje, who is a monster, and just a badass push-forward fighter. Or he also has been teased, could potentially be matched up against the notorious one, Conor McGregor. So, we may have some crazy announcements coming up shortly, but as of right now, UFC 249 is still happening. The main event is off, but we've had a few other people. There's also a rumor for Kamaru Usman to be defending his welterweight title against Street Jesus Jorge Masvidal. So yes, there's a lot of moving parts going on, unfortunately.
Oh, by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, all right. So yeah, that's trash. But hey, you gotta move forward. That being said, I think I lost him. Did I lose him? No, I didn't lose him. I think I lost him.
Hello.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
Sorry, my phone dropped and I must have hit the mute button while I was catching it.
Okay.
Yeah, what I was saying is, I was real pissed off when they announced it. We've got those other options, but yeah, not sure what's gonna happen yet. Let's get into Raw.
Yeah, Raw started off with the WWE champion Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman addressing the challenger Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, so Heyman came out. There was very little different about it. The only difference being that Paul Heyman was, talking about how, living in uncertain times and christened that there's a silver lining, which Brock Lesnar is the silver lining to. He's the certainty in the moment of uncertainty, which is annoyingly true sometimes. This was a good setup. I think these two are gonna put on a banger of a match, especially considering the way they're able to do it. Nobody there. I think they're gonna do something pretty crazy. The rumors that I've heard is that in combined total, night 1 and night 2 are going to be significantly longer than WrestleMania was last year. I think we're going to get some bangers coming out of this. Especially this feud specifically is going to be a massive blow off.
Okay, well, let's see how they write it. Let's see how it plays out.
Yeah.
AJ Styles challenged The Undertaker to a boneyard match.
So, Block, you see that that video that they were standing in front of old Mark Calloway and Michelle McCool with that tiger?
Yeah.
That tiger is a part of one of the tiger places that is talked about in that Tiger King documentary. The guy who runs that place, the fact that The Undertaker made a video for the guy who runs that place, which is not Joe Exotic. This is the one run by Doc Antle, for whoever has watched the documentary as obsessively as I have. The guy that they made this video for has instantly made this a double turn. AJ Styles is now the face going into this match at WrestleMania. Undertaker is now the heel. Because anybody who's helping that asshole out is a heel.
I guess I must have missed some of this. I must have missed last week's Raw. Or I must have missed this part of last week's Raw. So what, the video, what does the video show?
Well, the video was a video that came out a month ago of The Undertaker and Michelle McCool sitting in this, giant pool with this tiger, and they're, petting the tiger and talking to the camera, doing, a PSA about how, this tiger needs our help and blah, 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 blah. It's basically like one of those commercials you see at fucking 12 o'clock in the morning that's telling you about the save the animals, for a cup of coffee a day, you can adopt this fucking tiger, blah, blah, blah. That sort of thing. But for this place called, let me just find the name of this place here.
Yes, we like to check our facts.
Yeah, Bhagavan Antle, fucking asshole. What is this place called?
While he's looking, we'd like to let you know that Expose the North and True Gang proudly bring to you Tough Talks with Thili and Dablock every week, basically whenever we get the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so he runs this thing called like Tiger spelled out as an acronym, and it's the Institute for Greatly Endangered and Rare Species, which is bullshit. He's got a 50-acre wildlife preserve in Myrtle Beach, California, where people can go to pay to pet tiger cubs and all this kind of stuff. He's a real asshole. The guy is also a cult leader. He for his employees are not allowed to leave the grounds. It is a 24-hour-a-day job. The vast majority of them also have been made his wives that show up there around 17 years old. So yeah, like I said, the fact that Undertaker is making promo videos for this guy and going out and hanging out with them, I'm like, you know what? Thank God for AJ Styles. AJ Styles is definitely the good guy in this match.
Oh my goodness! Wow. Here we go.
Yeah, Undertaker just went heel on me.
Like I don't know, man. Like the vignette that he cut was some serious. That was some old school Taker there.
That's what I've heard. I gotta check it out. I haven't, like I said, I haven't watched this week's Raw yet.
Yeah, it was definitely one to keep an eye on. Yeah. I'm just going through my WWE Supercard right now, catching the latest.
No worries while you're doing that. I'll also say a secondary big set of props to AJ Styles for saying that the Undertaker looked like a gothic Joe Exotic. Genius line. Joe Exotic, as I said before, is the main focus of that Tiger King documentary. And to be compared to looking like him is not a compliment. I will say that.
Wow. I'll just leave that being said.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we'll go to the next one, which is United States Champion Andrade and Angel Garza defeat Ricochet and Cedric Alexander.
Yeah. So this was, this is a really good match. It was also just kind of Cedric and Ricochet being fed to the wolves. Like there was never a chance they were gonna be given that victory, sort of thing. You know what I mean? This is all build. This is all just good stuff to build Andrade and Angel Garza, who will definitely both be in the match at WrestleMania.
There's no doubt about that.
Nope, nothing could possibly happen between this Raw and then.
No, not at all.
By the way, Andrade's not going to be in that match, people.
Yeah, he hurt his ribs. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, he took a bad one to the ribs during this match. Ricochet was trying to get himself a spot on the card by taking out Andrade.
Almost worked too.
Almost. Instead they went with someone who's been on TV way more times.
By way more times, does that mean we're living in Bizarro Land?
Yes, it's 5 times.
5 times?
5 times.
5 times.
5 times.
Raw Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits, defeat Shane Thorne and Brendan Vink.
They sure did.
Oh, buddy. Oh,
this was a nothing match. I mean, let's bring up what a nothing match this is before we move on quickly. Featured superstars in a 4-man match. Montez Ford, that's 1. Angelo Dawkins, that's 2. Shane Thorne, that's 4.
Bro, that's 3.
Oh, right, because Brendan Vink, who is the 4th man in that match, is not in the featured superstars.
Oh, man, I just got an Undertaker card.
Nice.
Yeah, now I'm debating on whether or not I should use it to upgrade. But since I have another Undertaker card like that, I'm going to upgrade.
Do it up.
Doing it. Okay. Done. Alright, so, what the fuck? I mean, what in the world? The next match is Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch attacked Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, this was quick. Shayna was doing an interview with... Who was it? Doesn't say who it was in here. I feel like it was Charlie, maybe. Yeah, it was. It was Charlie. So Charlie was interviewing Shayna, asking her about her upcoming title match against Becky. As Shayna was answering, all of a sudden you heard this awful crack, and the lights come back up, and Becky is standing there with a chair, smashes her over the back for another awful crack. She beat the living shit out of Shayna with those two smashes.
The living shit.
Yeah, Becky does not have the same problem Sasha has with weak chair shots. In fact, it may be the exact opposite problem of them being a little too harsh.
Yeah, the lass knows how to whoop some ass.
Oh, yes, sir.
All right. And now we go into not the final segment, the segment before the final segment. Aleister Black defeated Leon Ruff.
Who?
Exactly. Featured superstars, Aleister Black.
You're right.
Yeah.
This was hella squash, but it was also pretty awesome. Aleister kind of just had him. He didn't do anything. Aleister just walked up to the center of the ring, sat down, waited for Leon Ruff, to make a move. Leon missed the kick, and then immediately caught the most legitimate looking black mask I've ever seen. Like it reminded me of. Let me see here. There was this fight on The Ultimate Fighter back in the day, like season 17 of The Ultimate Fighter. So this is like going back, probably 6-7 years ago.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you a link here. Everyone else at home, they can look this up. It is on YouTube as The Ultimate Fighter 17 Knockout of the Season. We're gonna here's one of those fun reactions. We're gonna listen to the block, hear this maddening knockout.
Oh fuck!
Yep. So that.
Hadouken! Oh my gosh! I'm pulling it back up. Do I have to pull it back up, or are they gonna show it again?
They're going to show it on several different angles.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what the block is watching right now is my boy Uriah Hall in his first fight of the Ultimate Fighter Season 17 season, knocking out, I can't remember my boy's name, Josh something I think, knocking him completely unconscious. Fucked him up.
Wow.
Completely fucked him up.
Wow.
Dana
White looks so nervous.
Yeah, the guy who got knocked out never fought again. Yeah? You got any weird numbers or anything? No, I have no idea what happened. Still for me. He got knocked out. Yeah, so the only knockout I've ever seen that was worse than that one was probably a couple seasons before that, season where Brock Lesnar was one of the coaches, I believe. But a young whippersnapper named Matthew Riddle, who was on The Ultimate Fighter that year. And he broke a guy's jaw with a punch. And really that was the most uncomfortable knockout I've ever seen.
Adam came out there really confident.
Oh my God.
He really believed that he would win the fight. I thought he was doing really well despite himself.
Oh my gosh, that was in the Caribbean we call that a fuck lick. Or a bitch lick. That is a bitch lick for true. Lord. I felt so.
Where I'm from, we call it that boy dead.
Oh my gosh, he got knocked the fuck out. Straight.
Yep.
Boom.
All right. Right?
Oh my goodness. And I'm not putting on. That is a legitimate reaction. Man. Yeah, that was a black mass for sure. From a massive black.
Yes, sir.
All right. And then we got back into the WWE. We got Seth Rollins confronted Kevin Owens.
Yeah, this was a amazing segment. Seth Rollins cutting his best promo in maybe 2-3 years. Cutting it on Kevin there. They're really setting this up to be a really big blow up, which I'm happy about, since considering I they kind of made me unhappy with the build for a little while. But yeah, this is really, really good shit. Seth was talking about how, he's like, Kevin, you can't beat me on my worst night, and WrestleMania is never my worst night. And then he went over his last 5 WrestleManias, and then he went over Kevin's last entire history of WrestleManias and how he's lost at all of his Mania matches. Really, really big, good character developed segments there.
That's good. All right. Now we got Randy Orton accepted Edge's WrestleMania challenge.
Yeah, Edge. I mean, Randy and Edge have both been doing incredible promo work in their build as well, obviously. And yeah, this is no different. Randy basically, like I said, came out, told Edge that much like his wife, Randy really cares more about Edge's family than Edge does as well. Really into the personal history that two of them have, make sure that people understand this long-form story that's been going on for fucking 10 years now. More than 10 years now. This is the biggest legacy match on the entirety of both nights, personally, I think.
Okay.
I think it's my most anticipated match overall, too.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Just opening up the NXT results. Brought to you by www.com/show-us-NXT.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. The 3 weeks have been Gargano and Ciampa closing out.
Yeah, it has. And been doing a damn good job of closing it out, too. I'm very excited for this upcoming blow-off for them.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we have Tyler Breeze defeating Austin Theory. How do you compete and then into the
Bro, I'm just I'm saying, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't know why any of this. It seems weird. I like Austin Theory. You don't have anything against him.
No, but the Prince Pretty?
I know. I mean, Prince Pretty's great, especially since he got down to NXT. It's just I just don't understand the choice in bringing him into this world. You know what I mean? Oh man. I just, it is what it is. I love Prince Pretty. I think both guys are really good. I feel like they should have either given him somebody they wanted him to beat, or. But then again, I guess this choice was probably made after that came out because it was all taped, right? So. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know why they chose Austin Theory. like to be the one who's going into the Mania match when it's like, but you got okay.
Yeah,
like,
basically.
Whatever you guys say, I suppose.
That's the way it goes, man.
Yep, it is. So yeah, we will see where this heads.
It's like everything makes perfect sense until it doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking exactly.
All right, next match we got Killian Dane defeats Tehuti Miles. How you gonna name your child Tehuti? That's too close to booty.
Yeah. I mean, this if ever there was a yeah he did match, this is a yeah he did. This is another one where once again featured superstars Killian Dane.
Yeah. Cameron Grimes defeated Tony Nese.
Yeah, this was a good match. It's the Cameron Grimes guy being in an empty arena is the best thing for him right now because clearly he's got, like we talked about a couple weeks ago, he has got that 1995 1, 2, 3 kids 6 X-Pac go away heat. Where people just don't want to see him.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a. It was like I said, it was a very good match. I think he's really talented. I just think the crowd is very anti him at the moment.
Well, can't win them all.
No, exactly.
Io Shirai defeats Illya to qualify for the NXT Women's Championship #1 Contenders Ladder Match. Boy, that's a mouthful.
Right? So yeah, she was supposed to be facing my girl, my spicy girl, Zia Lee, but Zia was attacked in the back. Illya was out there with her ratchety Toronto self, saying how, we win, then it's mine, then I get to win, being all shitty. And then all of a sudden, Io Shirai's music hit. Io came down, beat the living piss out of her, left. Io Shirai is in that ladder match, and I couldn't be fucking happier because, god damn it, I love Io Shirai, as everyone who's listened to this podcast for any amount of time since we started knows. I am, madly in love with Io Shirai. I think ever since she turned heel, she's the fucking best. To the point where, literally, yes, I thought about it when I was watching NXT. I was like, man, I don't even think of Io in her FaceTime anymore. I don't even think of her as ever having been a face at this point because of how gangster she's gone.
Huh. I don't know. I see her, but I never really saw her on the face side. So.
Oh yeah, no, she was uber face. She was one of those ones where I was like, oh yeah, I don't even see her going heel, and then she just went heel, and I was like, oh shit, and she killed it. So. Okay.
That's dopeness. And then we got NXT North American Champion Keith Lee, the Limitless One, brawled with Dominic Dijakovic and Dominic and Damian Priest.
Don't you forget about me. Yeah, this is amazing. Little segment. Anytime you throw Keith Lee and Dominic Dijakovic into a ring with each other, even when they just talk, they bring out gold, man. They're real good. They work off each other better than most people. Damian Priest being introduced into this mix is a real interesting move. I like it. I think that a triple threat between these three, because all three of them are really big, but Dominic and Keith Lee being so massive, and then Damian being almost regular big, is going to be awesome. These two will put on a bad motherfucker match.
Well, Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch defeated Shane Thorne and that guy.
Right?
Brandon Vink, again, with the super...
Once again, not a featured superstar.
No love. You guys no love from the featured superstar list.
No. The two... Yeah, no. It's just not happening for him.
To revert back to the last show, yeah, man, Keith Lee all the way, baby, all the way. And then
exactly.
And then
Let's just talk about Keith.
Yeah, man.
Oh, this is disrespectful. Okay, read this next headline for me so I can go off on this disrespect.
Okay, Candice LeRae defeats Kaden Carter to qualify for the NXT Women's Championship #1 Contenders Ladder Match.
Disrespectful. Featured superstars, Candice LeRae, and that's it. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Kaden Carter has been around long enough that she should be in the database to be a featured superstar at this point. She's a fine NXT lady, and she kills it in the ring. She's been around.
Matt Riddle defeats Roderick Strong, and then
he got attacked by Malcolm Bivens, who showed up with his new barbaric tag team. We don't have a name for those guys yet. I believe they're indie dudes, though. I just can't remember who they are. Let me see. Who attacked Matt Riddle? NXT. After two hairy dudes. This is from his Twitter, from Matt Riddle's Twitter afterwards. He said, "I need you, Stallion Pete." Oh, fuck. God damn it. Okay, just a sec. This site requires that I turn off my ad blocker.
Oh.
Bastards.
Yeah,
I need you, Stallion Pete. This little bald dude named Malcolm Bivens and two hairy dudes jumped me yesterday after my Stallion performance against Roderick Strong.
Oh my gosh. Stallion performance.
Yeah, it's a pretty fucking great line. This little bald dude named Malcolm Bivens and two hairy dudes jumped me. So the two hairy dudes are Saurav Gurjar and Rinku Singh. I don't know who those gentlemen are. I'm not familiar with them.
Nor am I. So we will get you details about them as the weeks progress.
Yeah, exactly. We'll figure that out eventually, I'm sure.
And then we have the final segment.
Yes, Triple H announced that Tommaso Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano will indeed this time be the blow-off of this feud, because whichever one of them loses will be leaving NXT for good.
And probably going to Raw or SmackDown.
Of course. No, definitely going to Raw or SmackDown. I think... it's hard.
That's
it's
what
hard
she said.
because... yeah, right? It's hard because Candice LeRae is in NXT, and so her and Johnny are together. But
I myself,
but also Tommaso's so money for NXT. I don't know who's going to win this right now. I'll have to discuss that. But, this is going to be amazing. These two always put on a fucking spectacular match, whether it's together with each other on the same team. This is the way this match should get blown off. It deserves to have a big lose down stip. Yeah.
All right, so we got SmackDown.
We've got a whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 segments on SmackDown.
Yep. And news about what's not happening anymore for WrestleMania.
Oh, did somebody have to drop out?
Yeah, to the best of my knowledge, it's one Roman Reigns.
No.
Yeah, due to concerns over his medical being, Roman Reigns decided to pull out of WrestleMania.
Yes, he is immunocompromised. Big thing to mention, that was made public before this episode of SmackDown aired, which made this episode of SmackDown really, really, really awkward when they kept repeatedly bringing up Roman Reigns versus Goldberg.
Yep.
Knowing it wasn't happening.
Fully well knowing. So they must have
taken... not just them knowing, but us knowing. Like, it was weird.
Dramatic irony. Huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Very strange.
Tamina made a massive statement ahead of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Super kick. No, this is
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, she kind of scared. She beat the shit out of Naomi and Lacey, which get the fuck out of here! Don't you put your hands on Naomi? And then she it seemed like she was almost like siding with Bayley and Sasha, but then she kind of shot them both little evil fuck you look. So who knows? Yeah. Maybe Tamina's gonna try to get the. Tamina's gonna try to get the tag straps by herself.
I think she's just setting the pace for my girl to come back, Nia Jax to come back. Yeah.
Cool. Hopefully they'll not be on TV the week of episode in 3 weeks, because in 3 weeks there's going to be a documentary released about her dad and the girl her dad killed.
Oh.
And how Vince helped cover it up.
Wow.
So there's an episode of Dark Side of the Ring coming out about Jimmy the Superfly Snuka and the murder case that he was involved in. I can't imagine them wanting her to be front and center during that.
Yeah, but Vince has a tendency of being a little sadistic, so.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll see how it goes. Drew Gulak defeated Shinsuke Nakamura to secure an Intercontinental title opportunity for Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania.
Oh, God, I hope this leads to Drew Gulak turning on Daniel Bryan and costing him the Intercontinental, trying to take the Intercontinental title off of Daniel after he wins it. I want that so bad because Drew is a great heel. Him and Daniel are awesome. Although, I think I said it last week, I do also think that they would be a really good replacement for the Revival for that kind of a technical tag team.
Maybe that's what they were looking for.
That would be amazing. I think that would be a good move.
Listen to him, Vince. He knows what he's talking about. All right.
Damn right. Listen to me, goddammit.
King Corbin assaulted Elias ahead of WrestleMania.
Assaulted him, damn near killed my boy.
Oh, man, yeah. Yeah, you can see him getting launched.
Yeah, he pushed him off to the side of the thing. I like that they went full Lion King with it, where fucking Elias is on the other side of it, and Corbin goes and kicks one of his feet, and while he's doing that, Elias legitimately went Mufasa and said, Corbin, no, come on, just. I was like, oh my god,
oh my goodness,
this is great. Then they very clearly had Elias go down and lie down, and then cut the camera shot to show him on the ground already. But yeah, it was interesting.
Speaking of interesting, this shot for the next segment kind of has me wondering if Alexa should be in the running for this whole Naomi Bayley situation. By proportion,
No, even by proportion. Bruh, did you see? I can't believe I didn't even bring this up earlier. Shame on me for being so sexist as to not bring it up. Did you see Naomi's fucking donk on that segment?
No, I didn't.
Bruh, it's not represented well in the thumbnail, but I'm telling you, you watch her entrance to the ring, and then the shots that it gets from the side of her when she's talking to Bayley, it is not even 1A and 1B. Bayley was looking better than ever too, but it's no longer 1A and 1B. Naomi is number one, and Bayley is number 2.
Oh, okay.
Naomi has put in the science to figure out that she's got a team of scientists in lab coats that are like mixing beakers full of liquids together and making sure that she has got the prime ass.
I'm telling you, like I'm not comparing her directly. I'm just saying by proxy, according to proportion, Alexa's holding it down.
Hey, no. Once again, the only thing it is not to put any of the other girls' asses down. It is a thing of, for me, Naomi is on such a different stratus. It's basically a different sport.
Okay.
She's amazing at that. Everyone else is amazing at having normal, amazing asses. Some fucking god sculpted Naomi's ass out of marble and unicorns.
We're just gonna move on to the next segment.
I'm telling you, it's like Aphrodite had a slab of marble and a unicorn horn with a hammer, and she just chiseled Naomi's ass using the unicorn horn as a perfect chisel.
The Fiend Bray Wyatt challenged John Cena to a Firefly Funhouse match at WrestleMania. I can't go on like that. Come on.
This is a great episode of Firefly Funhouse. The constant murder of Ramblin' Rabbit is fantastic. It's just, I haven't been happy to see a character die so many times since Kenny. It's just, this is the best. And yeah, I think they're gonna have a ridiculous match. We talked last week about the rumors of them having a full, crazy movie-looking, creative out there match, and I think we're definitely gonna get that. And I think Bray Wyatt is going to fuck up John Cena.
Well,
write John off for a while.
We'll see how that goes. The Miz and John Morrison attacked the Usos and the New Day, resulting in a massive WrestleMania matchup. The Miz and John Morrison attacked the Usos and the New Day, resulting in a massive WrestleMania matchup. You dummies.
Holy shit, I was wondering why you did it twice, and then I looked up and I was like, oh my god, they actually they put that fucking title in twice.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what, this is a perfect time to quote our boy. You're an idiot, Michael Cole. Fucking god damn it! We talked about earlier the match, we talked about it earlier before we went on mic. This match is awesome, real fun. Miz and Morrison just proving their worth at the end of this match, where they're fucking talking to Michael Cole and trying to plead him down from what the obvious call of them having to face both guys, and he's like, no, just one of them, not two. No, Michael Cole, just one, not two. You will face both of them in a ladder. You're an idiot, Michael Cole. So childish.
Oh man.
So baby-like.
That kills it.
It was beautiful. It was perfect level of childish outrage that they showed, and I think it's gonna lead to another really good triple threat match. They had a really good tag team elimination chamber with all these guys. I think it's gonna be even better when you take out the extra teams. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, that was
is
about it.
Oh.
We are. This is the weirdest WrestleMania lead-up week we have ever seen.
Oh my god. Yeah. And we started this around last year WrestleMania. No, just after last year's WrestleMania.
What?
We started the show just after last year's WrestleMania.
Yeah, the solo version of it, because we were still doing it within Tough Talk.
The Terrell effects.
Yeah. Sorry, within Tyrell Effect. I just said within Tough Talks like a fucking mong. We were still within Tyrell Effect at that point because we started doing them like a little after Royal Rumble.
Okay, so then you're right. So
because we met like right before Royal Rumble.
Yeah, literally
literally weekend of, like the day before.
Yeah, the 25th. Was it the 25th of January?
I'm not sure. I mean, it was the
that event.
The 12 Mile Lounge.
Yep. So
event.
Yeah, so it would have been the 20th, 25th,
or 26th. Was that a Friday?
It was the 25th.
Okay, then yeah. Oh.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and then I think we started doing the I started coming on Tyrell Effect probably February 2nd or 9th.
Yep. And then and then I was like, okay, this guy knows way more about wrestling than I do. Let's make a whole podcast just around the wrestling thing. You know what I mean? Like now that I know someone that actually is well versed in this stuff, let's actually put it together.
This guy talks too much to be within a 15 to 20-minute segment.
You know what I mean? He needs his own show.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and then we started doing for a while we were doing the fucking 6 hours of pods every Saturday of in a row.
Yeah.
No break in between, really. Just do it, turn it off, smoke a blunt, do another one.
Yep, basically.
That was madness.
It was. Well, we got it done.
Oh, fuck yeah, we did.
Oh, we still doing it. So, y'all stay tuned.
Yes.
We gonna have a WrestleMania. I don't know what we gonna do for WrestleMania.
Yeah. I mean, most people don't. WWE barely knows. I mean, actually, no. WWE for once, WrestleMania can't be changed day of.
Yeah. Unless they refilm it.
They can't refilm it. They just started the what's it called? They just started a full-on lockdown for Florida, so they can't even film at the Performance Center anymore.
So no more Raw and SmackDown?
Looks like they just canceled all their live events for April. So. Looks like even the WWE is gonna have to bow to this for a while here.
Wow.
Oh, that's the other thing. Last thing we'll talk about real quick. The Big Show has a new Netflix sitcom called The Big Show Show.
Yep.
It looks awful. The trailer, I watched it. It looks like if I'm trying to think of a really shitty sitcom. It looks like if According to Jim was written by people with even less comedic timing.
According to Jim was a funny show, bro. What do you mean?
No, According to Jim had a hot wife.
Okay, that was a part of it, but it still was a funny show. I found that there were parts of it that were pretty entertaining. But again, that's just me. I have a twisted sense of humor.
I just mean it is what it is. Like it's not like what you would call like premiere.
It's not like a Fresh Prince or like
exactly.
Even a Drew Carey show.
Yeah, or a Seinfeld. Like, it's nowhere near the great sitcoms. But yeah, so that's coming out, and then also team up between WWE and Netflix is the movie Main Event starring Mike Mizanin, where let's not dance around it. It's like Mike, but with wrestling.
Oh.
And without Little Bow Wow.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I was upset to find out Little Bow Wow wouldn't be in it either.
Whatever. Whatever. Anyways. Oh man. So yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got. That is those last two things, when I saw the trailers for both of those this week, and I was just like, oh, fuck.
Well, I guess what's remaining to be seen will be seen. What remains to be seen shall be seen in time. Oh, man.
Yes.
51 minutes and 20 seconds.
Boom.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh,
Killed
man.
it.
So, yeah, I guess it's back to the quarantine life. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. It is definitely back to that. I'm gonna watch some. UFC has been posting free fights on their YouTube channel for people to watch.
Okay.
If anybody wants to go back and watch them, they've been doing ones that are like on this day, and they'll throw up a crazy fight from this day in history, and some other ones that are just free fights. And yeah, they are definitely worth checking out. So that's Ultimate Fighting Championship on YouTube, or UFC Espanol also puts up even more free fights. So I've been subscribing to the Spanish UFC channel.
Say bueno, Titi bueno.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, you can catch me on any one of my podcasts, The Terrell Effect, on Saturdays around 12 o'clock. We got Tough Talks with Thili and Dablock. That's really his podcast. I'm just, reading off headlines. We got Daddy Daughter Time on Mondays. You can catch me on Facebook.com/David.Tyrell. Maybe we can give you some ideas of what to do with your children with all this time off. And then we have Candid Conversations. That's on Wednesdays around 6 p.m. Tune in and catch some info. Boom.
Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
Yeah. So you know how it goes. Wherever it is and wherever you be, tune in to us for the 1, 2, 3.